All right. As much as this video has a theme, that theme is not giving up. I think that gets into talking about why we do invasions in Souls games at all. Whether it's Dark Souls 3 or Elden Ring or whatever next game is going to have multiplayer here. Getting into that requires, I think, getting into the philosophy of why to do invasions in these games at all. There's this old fantastic joke that it goes something like, Jewish people are just like everybody else, only more so. I have a degree in like special education, and it turns out years of practice teaching special education content can be boiled down to basically special education teaching is just like regular teaching, but more, more of it. Invasions in any of these games are just more of the game, more of that same feeling that you get when you go through as you first grind out the PvE aspects of the game. Most people that I know who are really into Dark Souls PvP or Elden Ring PvP, they don't, come here from Street Fighter. Maybe people have background in those kinds of games, but that's not what brings them, right? It's the extension of the struggle and the level of persistence that is required in the PvE that then carries over to PvP. Invasions are hard on purpose. They're really difficult. When I spawn into a world and it is a 3v3, it's really hard to not get dispirited. Here I managed to take down one person, but there's still the other two. And while once you get down to 2 phantoms, you can get a little energy boost and go like, okay, I've got a little faith in myself. It's still challenging. But I think so many people see that challenge or feel that challenge, and it being imbalanced causes people to have the feeling this is unfair, this is lame, I don't want to do this, and like, fuck, no shade to those people, but how did you feel playing the game? Right? The PvE of this game is not very balanced. You don't go through the Halig tree and feel like, oh, how highly balanced a game experience, right? And Dark Souls 3, anybody who went through pre-patch Rain City Swamp knows that the whole point of this is not to be highly fair and highly balanced. The unfairness is it's almost a feature, and it's a feature in as much as it leaves you feeling ecstatic when you do win. This Phantom is level 1 million. Look at that. What have we got? Fingerprint? No, we've got Giant Crusher and Waves Gold, and it's a poison build, and he's doing decent damage with each. I haven't shown the stats for this build. This guy is a level 50 question mark dex build. That can get up to, okay, so it's a level 50 build. Once I drink my Wondrous Physic, this guy has 65 dex. There is a lot of equipment stacking at play to make that happen. Okay, what was I trying to say? It is normal. I'm pretty sure I beat this Phantom and squat on his face. There's an element of overcoming dumb bullshit that can leave you feeling a little bit salty. But losing to dumb bullshit makes... I think it's normal for people to get tilted. Let's say this Phantom just was able to knock me out. What if he killed me with just consecutive waves of gold? That would be really frustrating. But, like, isn't the core experience of the Dark Souls, Elden Ring, Demon Souls thing to be thrown into highly difficult, unfair feeling experiences, and to use your experience of that in a gameplay element to reveal something about what
like what the game world is like. I don't know if that's too highfalutin or like media theory, Marshall McLuhan, medium is the message, but it's not pretentious to say that the idea of struggle in Souls games is really important. I mean, over time, they've definitely done things to try and make things balanced. The video you're watching was recorded as of patch 1.07, which is why you see Flaming Strike be kind of really intense on this build. But it definitely, the experience of coming up against something difficult and unfair feeling and managing to succeed anyway is a theme of these games. It is present in the literal text of these games, which often has the people we fight against themselves have a history of overcoming incredible odds. Think about Dark Souls 3 and what's his name? Lorien, yeah, and finding the Demon Prince and this theme of like having defeated like incredible adversity. I don't know, it seems important to the text itself of the game. And that's something that is present not just on the invader side, but on the host side, right? Oh, yeah, all right, okay, this guy... the point down is just to say that I was really upset by all that waves of gold spam. He probably didn't deserve it. What you're about to see is a highly unfair video of me deleting 3 people with Flaming Strike on a Dex build. It's grody. All of this 8 minutes of dialogue is just to say that when things feel unfair, or when you are tempted to get tilted when you lose to 3 people, keep fighting, because maybe you'll beat 3 people, but also if you lose to 3 people, that's what happens. That's what happens.